Hey guys, Future Novice here after editing. Um, please join our Discord, link in the description. I think it's an awesome community, but we don't know because you guys haven't joined. So be sure to join, link in the description. What is up, everyone? So today we're going to be taking a look at actually one of my probably new favorite games, MXR. Now, you're wondering, what the is this? I have no clue what it is, never heard of it. Well, I have to say, it is one of the best VR shooters I've ever played. I would say it definitely could beat out Onward and Pavlov. Now, this review is a lot less organized than what I previously recorded, but I hated what I did, so I'm just off scripting it. Now, for gameplay wise, very fun game. The guns feel super powerful. There's a vast array of weapons to destroy 10-year-old squeakers with that are annoying you. So whenever you hear, you can just pick up a deagle, blast them in the face. Now, these guns feel very powerful because there's a lower or medium-ish TTK. It's not super slow like Pavlov's, where you have to mag dump like 5 times to actually kill someone, but it's not exactly Onward where one bullet kills you. So this provides a very good balance in gameplay. It's more run and gun focused, like Call of Duty. Now you might be thinking, Call of Duty? Well, we have that. It's Contractors. You're wrong. Contractors is kind of a piece of shit. It is very fun and definitely a game that you want to check out. Now, the graphics do actually look quite good. I am on Oculus Quest 1, so I don't usually have good graphics anywhere, but this game actually does have pretty good looking graphics. The guns look really detailed, actually, and I think there's some reflectiveness on the weapons themselves, but they all look really nice, and especially with, like, when you change fire mode, it does a little animation on that, which I always think is a nice touch, because not every game has that. Pavlov. But anyway, the game runs really well. Considering the fact that it does look so good, you'd think it'd take a lot of power to, run it. Well, I'm sure it does, but it doesn't detract from your actual experience. The game is very smooth, very fluid, and it's just a joy to play, and there's no frame dips or stuff or stuttering that I can really tell, which is usually a good sign because some games do have pretty awful stuttering and tearing, especially on Quest 1. Now, for the most important feature of this game that I think actually is really revolutionary for VR shooters isn't exactly the gameplay. Sure, it's very fun, but it's just, your standard VR shooter with two sides, and currently there's only Team Deathmatch, but that's simply because they haven't updated. I believe it's still in the alpha, which I was surprised by, because when I first played it, I thought it was going to be like a beta, because it's very well done for an alpha especially. But the most important feature that I think that AMXR brings to the table is the customization of where you can hold the weapons. So, if you're not comfortable with the way that the person who modeled the weapons chose to have their wrist, because not everyone has different tastes or different preferences, because I know, especially when I'm going in from path off to onward, the wrist position on pistols, most especially, can be really weird, really wonky feeling, simply because you're not used to it. Now, AMXR takes that and just completely gets rid of it, because you can customize where you want your wrist, and it's really easy to do. You can do it with like 2 clicks of the button, and you can get it perfect for you, which means that you can pull it out easily, you can aim better, and just be a better player and have a lot more enjoyable experience. I really wish every single game, every single shooter had this feature. It's that good. It's simple, but it is phenomenal. It's really something that AMXR really just does show. Hey, guys, come on, you need to do this to make it's just come on. Why wouldn't you put that in already? And it's a very, very good feature. So I did reach out to the developer to ask a few questions about where he would like to bring the game. He he requested not to quote him directly because of typos and stuff, which I'm just gonna tell you what he said. Hi Andy, if you're watching. So I asked, what are future maps that you plan to add? Because to my knowledge, there's only about 3 or 4 maps. He said currently a Western themed map is being tested and it's almost finished, and then they'll probably have a medieval and factory themed maps next after that. I asked, are there any game modes that you plan on adding? He responded with, for game modes, they're not very sure yet. They're having a big discussion on what the next game mode should be, but really they haven't made a final decision yet. Are you, I of course asked, are you planning to bring this game to the App Lab or official store? He said that the game has been submitted to App Lab, but it's waiting for review. My final question was, are you going to add any more weapons or attachments to the game? So he responded with an auto sniper inspired by CSGO, and it would probably be the FN Scar or something like that. And he also said that they're planning on bringing a melee weapon like a knife, which means that's more varied gameplay in the future. So that'll be very good. Thank you, Andy, for answering my questions. But I think that's a sufficient enough review. Okay, let me recap it first. Then it's sufficient enough. What did I rate this game? Probably a 7 out of 10. It has very good gameplay, very fast-paced run and gun, if you like that kind of stuff. It's not Onward, it's not tactical, but it is very enjoyable. It's free currently, so that's a bonus. It looks good, it runs really well, and it's just a ton of fun, and of course, I think you're able to play with friends, but you kind of have to just find a server. Now, cons to this game. Bit buggy. It is still an alpha, so this isn't really taking away much from the game. 2, I would like there to be a bit more realism in the gun. So they have a realistic gun handling setting, but really that's just taking away magazines and being able to charge the handle whenever, which is awesome. But what they don't have is 2 things I feel are really important. You can't hold your gun with one hand, with your left hand. I mean, if you have one hand on the handle and then one under the barrel to hold it, you can't let go of the handle and still hold it with your left hand. So which I find very strange, because I like to charge the handles, especially with an AK, with my right hand. So I'll take my hand off the grip, charge it, but still be holding it, and then whenever you try and do that, it just goes back to your inventory. Number 2, snipers. They have them. The scope is actually really nice. My only complaint with the snipers is the fact that the bolt is on the left side. I get why they did it. Most people do bolts wrong, but I'd like there to at least be an option, because I'm much more comfortable with using my right hand, and I also just like it a lot better. One thing that I forgot to mention earlier, but I would like there to be a bit better physical movement. When I would move my head, it would shift my in-game body with my head rather than just staying. I know it's hard to do, but a lot of times I would screw up where I would have my magazines or equipment placed on my body, and as you could see probably in my gameplay, I was not grabbing things as much. So hit detection could be a little better, especially for shorter people or crouchers, and just grabbing detection too could be a bit better. Some of the maps could be a bit more balanced, is what I mean by lack of content. Sometimes it feels just like you can spawn camp hard, so I'd like there be a little more depth to the map so that doesn't happen, and so that you are actually just trying to have a bit more balanced experience on the current maps and future maps. But otherwise, this game is a fantastic game. Currently, it's on SideQuest for free. You can go download it to your Quest. I really do think that you should get this game because it's free. Why wouldn't you get it? But it's also a blast to play, ton of fun, and that has been Novice's first review in months. So I know this was a little probably unorganized and not the best, but I'm making do with what I can at the moment. And thank you guys so much for watching, though. I really hope you do pick up this game. I hope that I can make reviews in the well, I'm going to make reviews in the future. I'm hoping that this was good. Please like and please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.